Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christina and welcome to today's video. So it's July, it's friggin' hot, in LA at least, and Canada apparently, and you're back, and that is a perfect combination for hot girl summer, which is why there have been a ton of hot girl summer glow up videos. But today I want to talk about keeping that hot girl summer glow up forever. And I don't mean just looking and dressing like a hot girl, I mean thinking and acting like a hot girl. In other words, that hot girl mindset. Basically, I want to keep that energy all year round. But before we begin, we gotta see what really is a hot girl summer.
Keep it real with you.
So it's just basically about women and men just being unapologetically them, just having a good ass time, hyping up your friends, doing you, not giving a damn about what nobody gotta say about it.
So, just as Coach Meg said, the original hot girl, just doing you, having fun, and not giving a damn what nobody's saying. So, how do I keep this mindset? Well, here are 5 things that I practice to keep that hot girl mindset. Number 1, being mindful. Alright, so first things first, hot girl summer is all about you and your experience. So one thing I always tell myself is that my presence is a present. Let me repeat that. Your presence is a present. And how do you enjoy a present? You relish it in the moment. Basically by being mindful and mentally present in that moment. More often than not, we're always thinking a little bit too much into the past or a little bit too much into the future. How often has this happened to you? Maybe you were watching TV or you were working and then you remember that one time that you stuttered in front of that really cute person, or maybe you're always thinking about what you need to do tomorrow. And so I've learned that being too much into the past or too much into the future, you really miss the special moments that are happening right now. Think about it. How often do you reminisce and think about the good old days without really realizing that you're literally living the good old days right now? That is why the key to having fun is really savoring each moment in the present, so that you don't have to think back to the good old days because you're living it right now. Number 2, you do you, boo. Alright, so let me tell you about one of my biggest regrets in life. So the year is 2014 and Calvin Harris just dropped his song, Summer. And I fell in love. I fell in love with the song, I fell in love with Calvin Harris, and that year he was playing at EDC, so you know I had to go see him. So I went with my friends and I made sure that everyone else wanted to see him so that there was no way we were missing him. But when we got to the stage that he was playing at, it was packed. Like literally it was the most packed stage I had ever seen in my life, and there were still more people coming. So obviously we weren't gonna make it in to see him, but you could still hear the music from outside. So I really wanted to stay because I really had to hear the song, but my friends didn't want to. And if you've ever been to a music festival or literally any Insomniac event, you'll know that it is impossible to get signal to find your friends if you ever get separated. So of course I left with them. And well, if you listen to his set on SoundCloud, it is literally one of the best sets like I have ever heard. That was 2014 and it is now 2021, a whole 7 years later, and I am still mad at myself for following the crowd and not getting that experience that I really wanted, that I literally went to EDC for, like to see Calvin Harris. So ever since then, I've been doing things on my own. Now I go to festivals and I go see the artists that I love, whether someone wants to go see with me or not, and I have loved every single minute of it. And if there's a restaurant I want to try or a food that I want to try, I go by myself and I love every single minute of it. Needless to say, I no longer wait for people to do things with, because if you wait, you could be waiting forever. So moral of the story, you do you, boo, even if you have to learn to do it yourself. Number 3, get out of your comfort zone. So let me tell you about my comfort zone, and I'm sure you can relate. My comfort zone is familiar, it's stress-free, anxiety-free, and ultimately comfortable. It's like being wrapped in a blanket, burrito style, really. I mean, honestly, who would ever want to leave? So as an introvert, the comfort zone is especially enticing to me. But then I read a quote one day that really changed my life, and it is, nothing grows in the comfort zone. And that's true. Nothing grows in the comfort zone. Nothing fun is in the comfort zone. Think about it, when was the last time you learned a new skill in the comfort zone? When was the last time you felt a sense of accomplishment in the comfort zone? Even to have fun, you have to get out of your comfort zone. Because let's be real, no one wants to take 5 shots and then go to a sweaty ass club, but you do it because it'll be fun dancing with your friends. It's some quality time with your friends. And you know, even if the shots are kind of gross, not kind of, they're really gross. And even if you're gonna be hungover the next day, you still go, and that is getting out of your comfort zone. So I've realized that the key to having a little bit of fun in life is to get out of your comfort zone, to spice up life a little bit, you know? And it doesn't have to be drastic. You don't have to go skydiving every day. You could start small. Instead of getting an iced coffee, maybe get an iced tea one day. And then maybe instead of going to your usual Starbucks, go to that cute little cafe on the corner of the street. You know, baby steps. Number 4, fuck what they think. Of course, this is easier said than done when everyone is telling you their opinions, from your friends and your family to society, and the worst of them all, that negative voice inside your head. And this, other people's opinions, it used to really affect how I live my life, from my career choices to even my haircut. These bangs, I have been wanting to get these bangs for the past, I want to say 4 years, and I never got them because people with round faces shouldn't get straight bangs. Straight bangs make you look too young. Okay, that's not a bad thing, but you know what I'm saying. And then one day I realized, honestly, people are too busy worrying about themselves and how other people see them to worry about how you look or how you dress or what you're doing. And honestly, all the people that you come across, all the people that you interact with, they are all side characters in your story. So why are you letting a side character affect how you, the main character, live your life? Number 5, practice gratitude. Now, I'm not a psychologist, but I was one class away from being a psych minor, so it's kind of the same thing. Just kidding, no. Don't come for me. I know that it takes a ton of schooling and a ton of knowledge and information and studying to be a psychologist. And honestly, I am just a psychology enthusiast who does her own research, so please take everything that I say with a grain of salt. But with that being said, there are actually numerous studies and even a branch of psychology, positive psychology, that studies gratitude and how practicing gratitude can really affect how you see life and your happiness in life. So I could hit you with cold hard facts, but let me just tell you about how practicing gratitude has really affected my life and how it's changed it for the better. So I used to be someone who was really negative in life with a really bad attitude. Like I was literally like that. I was bad about life. It was a lot easier for me to see the negatives than the positives in life. And I always told myself that I was being, I don't know, realistic. But honestly, I think that was just a coping mechanism for me, because as long as I didn't have any expectations, nothing could disappoint me. But that was such a low vibrational way of thinking, because since negative things were all that I could think about, then negativity would be the only thing that I would see and feel. Then I took a psychology of happiness class and I learned about the hedonic treadmill and gratitude, and so then I started practicing gratitude on and off. But then last year in 2020, I took that practice seriously. Every single day, I would write down 3 to 5 things that made me happy. From really small things like sleeping in an extra 5 minutes to really big things like the fact that I still had a job in the pandemic. And since then, I can honestly say that I have had a much more positive outlook on life. When I have a bad day, I don't go straight for the negatives. I look for the positives, the silver linings, no matter how small they are. And I really think that is a major key in having that hot girl mindset, because hot girls are always looking at and for all the good things in life. And that's it. Those are just a few things that I do to keep that hot girl mindset. Please let me know in the comments what you liked and what you do to keep that hot girl energy. And if you haven't yet and you want to see more of me, please hit the subscribe button and like this video if you liked it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!